She's gone. And that's a good thing, because I was going to surprise her. I'm going to surprise her. She's going to be gone. She's going to be gone for 3 or 4 hours. And that should give me enough time to fix some doors in here in the bathroom. And we've got a nice bathroom. Does this look familiar? If you've been watching my videos, you'll have seen, yeah, I guess some work is going to be happening here in a minute. You will have seen on these doors that I cleaned off the hinges before because they were squirting out the black dust, the carbide dust from the hinge pins moving around all the time, and I cleaned all that stuff off. I cleaned off the edges of here. I cleaned off the edge right in here before the painters came and they repainted. Before that, I wanted to adjust these doors. Before they were rubbing. They were rubbing a little bit, and the gap wasn't as nice as it is now. See that gap there? That's pretty nice, huh? I thought I had it just about right. And then I also adjusted the top little bits, and I did all that stuff before the painters came. See, there's a little strike plate right up in there, and then there's a round deal on top of here that's spring loaded, and you can adjust that, and then that kind of plops in. And once upon a time I showed you how to adjust those on these particular doors, and I thought I was done. And you know, at night when Mommy comes in here, she pulls these doors closed, and to pull them closed, you have to kind of pull hard on them, and or push on them. I just take it like that and push on it. See, when you're on this side, you want to pull the door closed. You kind of have to pull. You kind of have to pull hard, you know. And I tried to adjust those. I tried to adjust those up above, you know, so they weren't really super tight, but yet so they were snug enough so that the door didn't shatter. See how nice that is? But when she gets up there, she tries to take these doors and pull them tight like that, and it makes a little noise. And so I want to see if I can adjust those. But before I do that, these doors seem to be closing pretty good, but I can tell the edge of this door is rubbing on the side of that door. Just a little bit. Like if you have the doors open like this and you want to close them, like right there they're touching. You hear that? This back edge here is hitting the edge of that door. Now, if you open and close the doors one at a time, that doesn't happen. Okay? You try telling that to Mommy, and good luck with that. Because she tries to close the doors at the same time, and because of that, eventually the edge, this edge here, up in there, is going to start taking the paint off. And in fact, if you look on there, it's already starting to mark it just ever so slightly, you know. And I want to try to fix that while she's gone, and make it so it's easier for these doors to open and close, so that when she opens it, see, if I lower those little balls on the top of the doors, this thing's going to flop, boop, 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 and chatter a little bit. So I've got a way to fix that too. But first things first, I want to see what to do about making these doors not rub up there. And let's get you, let's see what I can do about that. You hear that? So if you try to close these doors right there, they hit each other right there. And I think it's just at the top. It's nowhere else. It's just the top. Okay? And when you look at those doors, that gap looks fine. Look how big that gap is. But because you've got a double door like this, closing, you've got to make the gap a little bit bigger. Now see that gap up there? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now down here, it looks just a hair, just a smidge bigger, doesn't it? Okay, so that's what I want to try to do up at the top. And I've got to grab my ladder. Let me get the ladder. And I like to use this kind right here with the handle up here, not the 2-step one, the 3-step one. And see how wide these steps are? We've got one that the steps are about this wide. I'm about ready to throw that thing away. That's an ankle buster. Look at this one here. We'll open. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.